blessed. We're lucky, blessed, however you want to put it. This has been one heck of a journey. I mean, we stopped at Walt Disney World on the way down to the Keys, and actually, to begin with, Walt Disney World was the destination of this road trip, and then we extended it, went on down to the Keys and had a blast down in the Keys, and then on the way back at Peace River had a blast. And then, you know, I've been planning this road trip a week ahead of time. You know, when the next week comes around, I plan the week following on our stops and all that.
We weren't even sure we were going to go to the Keys.
Yeah. And then we end up here at Disney World again at, you know, the country's most expensive campground. And this is something we're not going to do on a regular basis on our road trips. This was just, you know, the retirement celebration road trip. And it has been awesome, and like I said, we're blessed able to do this. But that's it. We're done with Disney World. We leaving Fort Wilderness. We're moving on up the road. We're only driving for a couple of hours because we're in no big hurry. We don't have to be at work Monday morning. Oh, wait a minute. It is Monday morning.
I have to be at work.
So
not Monday morning. I don't really have to be at work until I'm at work.
This is true. We are heading to Three Flags Thousand Trails in Wildwood, Florida, which is, you know, where 75 and the Turnpike split off if you're coming into Disney World from the north. So it's going to take us an hour and a half, to get there. Who knows? Not in any rush to get there. We'll spend a couple of days, you know, because when you're at Disney World, you're doing theme park stuff. Even when you take a day off, you're still, that day off goes by pretty quick.
Yeah. Yesterday at the parks, we got 30,000 steps.
Yeah.
Over 30,000 steps.
So, today begins our actual journey back to the house. Kind of, well, there's no mixed feelings about it. We could skip this part. we have 61, 62 days on the road now.
Except for Disney World, it's not costing us anything.
Right, and I think we're going to do a lessons learned type video. Once all this journey is over, we'll sit down and we'll talk about some of the things we've learned on this trip. But we are enjoying it. I mean, thoroughly enjoying it, really. And the only two things we miss, and one of them is common with, I think, everybody that does the nomad lifestyle. They miss family. But, I mean, we can swing by and visit family and annoy them for a few days or a couple of weeks or whatever until they just want us to hit the road again. That's not a problem. The second thing we miss is my motorcycle.
We?
Yes, we.
Okay.
We miss my motorcycle.
Okay.
So we may need to fix that problem. Be able to take the motorcycle with us. But yeah, we're heading home. It's going to take us 6 days, 5 or 6 days to get home. This is the beginning of that road trip. The last of this road trip.
I'm not sick of him yet.
It's amazing. And I tried so hard. How to get rid of your wife in 62 days. Not working, really. So we're going to try this, and this time,
Push the record
I think I'm
button.
going to go ahead and turn on the camera and hit record. Not that I didn't do that already.
We told you all kinds of wonderful information. We're not repeating it though. So.
Yeah, it's a kind of a rainy morning this morning. It's a good morning just to kick back under the awning and do nothing, and you know, I could do that all day long. That's one thing this road trip has got me. But we are at Three Flags Thousand Trails, Wildwood, Florida.
Wildwood.
Just northwest of Orlando and all the parks. It's like an hour to get to any of the parks at least, and probably not a good base for any of that activity. I'm really honestly, and I'm not being critical, I'm not sure, other than visiting family or just wanting to stay somewhere out of the way, I'm not sure what the draw would be to come out here.
Kind of an odd location.
Yeah, and a lot of Thousand Trails are in odd locations from what I understand. But we did stay here for a couple of nights. It seems to me, and I could be off on this one, it seems to me that they keep the long-termers separate from, for the most part, separate from the short-timers, the people that are only here for a few nights. It's like the front section is the short-term stays, and then the back section you've got the cabins, and you have a lot of older campers that now this might sound a little critical, but there's at least one camper back there that I'm pretty sure if it actually rolled, it would just fall.
It would
apart.
like a card, yeah, like a house of cards. And it's the I'd say it's the only one. It's the only one back there. Dog park's back there. It's kind of a figure 8 shaped campground. You have a small opening to go into the back part, but that's where the dog park is, and that's where
the rec building. It's but friendly place, really friendly place.
there's no gym.
There's not a gym here. You've got, you know, the normal rec stuff, the pool, and
Little bitty pool. Little tiny from what I saw. You can't really see it because it's got a solid fence around it.
We didn't take part of the pool.
Yeah.
It's not something we do often. Every now and then we'll go to the pool.
Somebody opened the gate as we went by though, and it looked like it was a very small pool, but I mean, it's a pool. Your kids would be happy anyway.
Nice people up front. All full hookups. The sites are not paved, which
Ours is. There's a couple of them.
The site itself isn't paved. We've got a porch. So there's a few of them.
I thought we were actually on a paved. I thought there were like 2. Okay.
No.
All right, I misunderstood.
We are on
that.
gravel.
Okay.
A gravel grass. There's some of these that, okay, you can just about make out some gravel. I'm sure there's some gravel underneath that grass. It's not an issue. I mean, it's just kind of describing it for you.
It's pretty all around it. Lots of trees, cattle.
We did, as far as things to do in the area, you've got the villages, which is just a high dollar town.
The lake.
We did go to Lake
Oka.
Okalumpa, Oompa Loompa.
That's it. I can't remember.
A walking trail, and there's like a 9-hole frisbee or disc golf course there.
Very nice, very pretty.
A couple of volleyball courts. Good place to get away for a bit.
Like we're not getting away. Like we haven't gotten away for a bit.
No. I mean, we like to walk.
Yeah.
And you start to look like a stalker if you walk the same campground over and over and over again.
Especially when your dogs are too lazy to walk with you the whole way.
Yeah. And then we went to a little recreation park that was for the villages, but walked a path there. Hey, I was telling her the trees and stuff out here with all the Spanish moss hanging off of them, it just gives an old feel.
It's a spooky feeling. I think some of these places we went at night would be pretty spooky, actually.
So
It's what haunted movies are made of.
it's real. It's beautiful out
It
here.
is.
Just nothing. I mean, the campground is nice. Just
It's fine.
yeah. I mean,
I really think just that camper. I mean, people exaggerate all the time. It's 2024, and that's what people do is exaggerate and make things worse than they are. But that camper can't be worse. I mean, I feel really bad for the people that have to stay in it, but I think it just kind of gives a place a rundown feel. And I'm glad. I mean, I'm glad that people have a place to stay. I can't imagine it's not leaking, but it just, I don't know. That feels kind of uppity, doesn't it, to say, oh, this campground is because there's a rundown camper when somebody's actually living in it.
no. I mean, it's the ambiance it gives.
It is.
But like I said, it's a separate part of the park too. So you've got up front here with the short-term stays, and then out back with all the long-term stays.
But some of them, to counter that rundown camper, are beautifully landscaped, like prettier than any nice house I've seen. I mean, there's one that's absolutely gorgeous. She's got plants and flowers, and she truly did a wonderful job. It doesn't look like a camper.
You know, we've been camping, RVing our entire adult lives. I mean, even back when we were kids.
Oh,
but
yeah, even a tent here and there.
yeah, and up to this point, you know, Thousand Trails has introduced us to another side of RV life. You know, we have definitely stayed at some RV parks over the years that had the campers that looked like if they rolled anywhere they would fall apart. I mean, we've come across that. But with these Thousand Trails stays, Peace River, Orlando here, and even Sunshine Key, you see that side of our RV life that involves no mobility. You look at these RVs and you know they have no intentions of ever going anywhere with them.
Not that the other places, two of the other places they didn't have any rundown ones, but
right.
Yeah, they're there.
It's a different.
They're park campers for sure.
It's a different side of our RV life that you know about, but you don't really get exposed to it that often. And here at these Thousand Trails parks, it's right there in your face. And I'm not talking bad about it. It's just it's there. It's a different it's a different side of RV life that it's interesting.
Maybe that'll be us someday.
Who knows? It could be us someday when we wear this thing out and we don't want to drive it anywhere, but we still want to live in it. Maybe we park it somewhere. But that's Thousand Trails, Three Flags, Thousand Trails, Wildwood, Florida. It's a nice place to hang out for a couple of nights on your way to somewhere else. I don't know that it's a destination of any sorts unless you have family in the area, but it is a nice place, a decent place to stop for a night or two and then move on down the road.
And the price tag's great if you already have a membership.
Yeah, if you're a Thousand Trails membership, you can't beat the price. So, I guess that's about it. We're gonna see you down the trail.
Long road trip.
Yep, we'll see you down the trail.